One of the more regular and tedious jobs in Business Central is the bank reconciliation. For a number of years now, Business Central has had the ability to set up a data exchange definition. These definitions allow you to map the columns from the bank statement to the columns in the bank reconciliation, allowing you to import the file and create your reconciliation. This has always been a slightly more technical job, and often Dynamics consultants have carried out this work on behalf of our customers. However, new functionality released in version 18 gives the ability for the end user to create a data exchange definition for their bank imports using a simple wizard. If I open a bank reconciliation and try and import a file, the system tells me that my bank doesn't have an import format associated with it. When I open the card, I'm prompted at the top to set up a bank statement import. If I click on the link, this then opens up the bank statement file setup wizard. Firstly, we need to upload a bank statement. The wizard will then try and work out which columns it needs to use for the reconciliation. For now, we'll accept the default and complete the process. Once we complete the process, it creates a bank statement import format and asks which bank account we wish to associate it with. I can now complete the wizard, and this finishes the setup. I'm now going to import my bank statement to the reconciliation and use the automatic matching functionality. I have a quick look at the results and post the reconciliation. However, I've just realised I've made a mistake. There were two £500 entries on the bank reconciliation, and I've matched the payment to the wrong one. Thankfully, there is now a new functionality that allows us to undo a posted reconciliation and return us to the same position we were in prior to hitting post. I press the undo button, and it asks me to confirm that I want to reverse the reconciliation. I say yes, and it opens a new reconciliation with all of the entries back open. Now that I've undone the posting, I can change the reconciliation to the correct entry and then repost it. I'll select the line that I want to change and press the Remove Match button. Then I select the correct entry that I want and press the Match Manually button. Now I can post the bank reconciliation. Problem solved. Most customers use dimensions in some way within Business Central. It's always been possible to set a default dimension value for records. For instance, we can see on this customer that they have the area code dimension set to 40 for Europe North non-EU. The value posting is set to code mandatory, meaning that whilst it defaults in 40, the user can change it to any other value, but they must enter one. You can also set value posting to same code, meaning that the dimension value cannot be changed from 40. But what if you want to allow some flexibility? In the latest release, Microsoft have extended this functionality to allow the users to specify a filter. We know that this customer has started opening offices throughout Europe, so we want to be a bit more flexible. We can still leave the default dimensions as 40, but set some additional filters allowing the user to change the dimension values on transactions. By clicking in the Allowed Value filter, we can change which values are allowed. I'll open a sales invoice for this customer, and then change the area dimension to a different value, in this case, American North. Now when I try and post the invoice, I get an error message telling me that the dimension value isn't allowed. I'll change the dimension again to one that is allowed, Europe North for instance, and try and post the invoice. As expected, the system will now allow me to post successfully. Oh no, I've made another mistake. I'm not having a good day. I meant to change the dimension to area code 40. Thankfully, in the latest release, Microsoft have given us the ability to change dimensions on posted entries without having to reverse and repost the entire transaction. I've drilled down on the related entries for this invoice and selected them all. I can now select the action to correct dimensions. This new page shows you the entries that you have selected and the relevant dimensions. I'm going to change the area dimension to area code 40. I can also ask it to automatically update the relevant analysis views. When I'm happy with my changes, I can run the correction routine. I have the option at this point to run immediately. If I don't select this, then the routine will run in the background in the job queue. As this is only a change to a small number of dimensions, I will ask it to run immediately. The system also keeps a record of what changes have been made to the dimensions. The changes I've showed you today are just a few of the dozens of changes made by Microsoft in version 18. If you'd like to know more about the changes or are interested in an upgrade, then please speak to Catherine, Tom, your consultant, or myself. Remember, we are also now offering a subscription upgrade service allowing you to upgrade quickly and painlessly once a year. Thank you for your time.